Oh, speak of the devil. Yes. Roxana, welcome.
Hi.
Hi, 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 hi. Yeah. How's your morning going?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, pretty well, I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have in a really good mood, so.
You have a really good mood?
Mhm.
Uh-huh. 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 I see. Is there any reason why you have a good mood?
I don't think that I need any reason.
Oh, okay.
Just
It's just
everything is great. Why shouldn't I have a good mood?
all right. All right. That is good news then. Yeah, I understand. Well, so um this morning we are resuming our course. So we're gonna open our pages to page number 105. Yeah. Mm, just a minute. Mhm. There we go. Okay. So um I think last Monday we did this task. Did we do task number 8? No, we didn't do. We just did task number.
Yeah, only with monkeys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolute monkeys.
All right. So yeah, let's get into it right away. It says to um yeah. So it says to skim this passage and circle the correct answer to the question below. What is the writer's main idea? Yeah. So I'd like you to look through this text. You have the books, right? Everyone has the books this time, I hope. Yeah, guys.
I don't think
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
should answer.
Yeah, yeah, Roxana definitely has it. So yeah, please open the books, go to page 104, and yeah, look through it and tell me what you think the writer's main idea is.
I'm so sorry I'm late because of my internet connection. It's
Nope,
weird.
I understand. Let's- Okay, so are you ready?
No, no.
No? Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Maybe.
Like, I'm mostly in the end, so if other guys are ready, then I am.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are ready, yeah?
More yes and no. Okay.
All right. Let's hear what you have. So, based on what you've looked through here, what is the writer's main idea? Which of the options, we have A to D, which of these is the writer's main idea?
In my opinion, it's B.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But
That's
B or
anyone
D?
else? It's
B or
B
D?
or D, yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
I see. Well, it's definitely not B, so it is D. Yes? Mm-hmm. So because B, let me see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, B is close, but it's way too narrow, for that to be our answer. So yeah, it's D. It's D. Right. So the point of this activity was for you to understand something, a small tip that we are going to be discussing here about multiple choice questions, right? Because these test your ability to identify the main and supporting points and differentiate between them, right? Now, the point of all of this is that you will be given distractors. Yeah. Sometimes certain answers will try to distract you from the main point or try to give you a false sense of familiarity, but they are just there to throw you off a bit. Yeah. So uh, if you have two answers, where one of them seems to slightly answer the question whilst the other gives more reason, yeah, you should obviously go for the stronger option. Because yeah, B and D, they do have a similar ring to them, but D definitely goes more into detail to explain the writer's opinion. So, all right. It says to highlight keywords in the questions to quickly locate information in the passage. So that is one. The questions usually follow the order of the reading passage. This is very important, right? So if you've been provided, say, 5 questions, right, they can be answered in the order of how the passage is structured. Does that make sense? So that should help you to eliminate certain things already. Yeah. Circle the keywords in the options and consider paraphrases. Yes? Good. And the last one is to cross out options you believe to be incorrect. So I think this is pretty straightforward. So task number 9, it says to circle the correct answer for each question using the passage in task number 8, right? So basically, answer these questions this is task number 9, answer questions from 1 to 5. Yes? Yeah, so you may begin. Now, before we continue, I'd like to point out something. When you do MCQs, right, tasks like this with multiple questions, yes, yeah, there are a couple of skills that you have to put into application, right? We've discussed some of them already. You first have to skim, okay? First skim to get a general understanding of each paragraph, okay? Just, I don't know, maybe in the start you have to make a note, but as you practice on, you'll be able to do this without, wasting too much time. Roxana, I see your hand.
Yeah, I just want to ask. We're doing task 9, right?
Yeah, task number 9. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks.
Right. So skimming, you have to first, or you can first skim to get a general idea, right? Then you go into scanning, right, to locate the exact sentences containing the answers you're looking for, right? Then you have to also be very good at locating paraphrases. Yeah, we've spoken about paraphrasing a lot of times, right? So I don't think this is a big issue for you guys at this point. But yes. Okay. So right. And yeah, there was one more thing. Right. So let me see if I can find this. Yeah. Let me see. Oh yeah, I remember now. So with multiple choice questions, yes, guys, we have different types of multiple choice questions, right? So identifying the type you're dealing with can also help you to navigate, all right? Now we have global multiple choice, okay? Which are questions that ask about the whole passage. Yes? Questions that require you to look at the whole passage, the entire text, right? I suppose what we just did about the writer's main idea, that was global multiple choice. Does that make sense? Yes? Everyone understands what I just said? Yes? Okay. Yes. And then we have single answer multiple choice. Yes, where you are required to choose just one answer. You have A, B, C, or D, and you choose just one answer. And then we have multiple answer, multiple choice. Yes, where you are asked to choose 2 or 3 correct answers. Yes? Does that make sense? Yes, but it will usually be clearly stated. So, yeah. We already spoke about distractors, right? Yeah, so we'll get into that into more detail, but for now, do this task. Then we will.
I'm done.
Wow, that was fast, but great.
Same here.
Okay. Anyone else done?
Also done. Yes, also done.
Wow. Okay.
Me
So,
as well.
all right. So number 1, what is the answer for number 1? Oh my God, my
B.
back. What?
B.
B. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. So, B. Okay. All right. And number 2?
A.
Yes, A. Chemical. Okay. Number 3?
C.
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 Yes, that is correct. Number 4?
A.
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 Correct. And number 5?
B.
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 All right. So, I suppose this wasn't very difficult then, was it? Yeah?
It wasn't that difficult.
Okay. So, okay. So yeah, I think we can skip task number 10. because it just requires us to justify our answers, but it seems like we all had the same answer. So yeah, let's go on. But before we go on, does anyone have any questions before we move on to the next unit? No questions? Right. Then that is great. Let me see. All right. So let's go on then. So we're going to lesson number 13. We are returning back to writing. Do you remember that previously we discussed all the 5 types of essays and we focused on opinion essays, right? You remember? Good. Now we're going to take a look at problem solution essays. Yeah. Now, before we get into it, I would like to do a little bit overview with you guys for us to understand what problem solution essays are. Can anyone tell me what they think this is? What is a problem solution essay?
It's type of essay where you need to discuss firstly problems with some kind of thing and then solution to these problems.
Okay, good. So yes, it's it's that straightforward. Yes, and we know how to identify these type of essays based on the question. Yes, we did a lot of practice on this. I remember we did, right? So yes. Now, let me check my notes to make sure that we are covering everything. Right, and also we discussed the structure. What is the structure? Can anyone tell me? So we have introduction, then what?
General overview.
Okay, introduction, overview.
And main body 1, main body 2, users in it.
Yes. What does body 1
And-
usually contain?
Like,
It depends.
is the most information.
Problems, usually.
Mhm.
Okay.
Usually information about problems.
Okay.
Second body paragraph contains solutions to these problems
Mhm.
described in a body 1. And
All
then
right.
there's going to be some kind of conclusion in the end, sometimes,
Okay.
if needed.
Okay. These are all good. Okay. So, right. Okay, so we've pretty much like covered all of these. Body paragraph 2, yeah, we have discussed this. And do you remember any useful language? Any useful language that we can use in this type of essay? No? Okay, so I will forward them. Please take note of them because we are going to be practicing these quite a lot. So let me open our chat. Ah. So you're seeing this? So we have, useful language for describing problems or causes. Yes, so one major problem is, a further additional issue is, this leads to, this results in, as a consequence, as a result, or consequently, this can have a negative impact on, this may cause or contribute or exacerbate. Yes. Have you heard this word before, exacerbate?
Unfortunately not.
No? All right. So to exacerbate something means to make it worse. Yes, to make a problem worse than it already was. Yes. So if you have a cold, for instance, yes, you already had a cold, you were home, and then your friend asked you to go out on a walk in the cold winter. Yes. Now, by going on this walk, you might exacerbate your sickness. Does that make sense? Yes. So this is a new word for you guys. It's a very useful word. So yeah, you can write it down somewhere so that you don't forget. Yes, because you can really use this word in your problem solution essay. Yes, good. Ivan, you were you were signaling that you do the same thing. All right. So yeah. And then the main cause of this is, or this problem is largely due to. So these words are clear, yes, for everyone? Okay. Then we will also take a look at useful language for introducing solutions. There we go. So yeah, you're seeing this also. Yeah, so there are several steps that could be taken to do something, right? One possible solution would be to, another way to tackle this issue is to, governments, schools, individuals can do something. It is important to encourage or discourage something, right? Then we have explaining effects of solutions. Yes? So we have useful vocabulary to explain the effects of certain solutions that have been provided. Yes? So, for example, this would help to, this measure would likely result in, by doing this, X could be reduced, improved, or prevented. And lastly, as a result, fewer people would. So are all of these clear? Any questions so far, guys? No? Okay. So, let me see if we can do some drills before, or if it's necessary. Oh, okay, I think these we can return to these later. Okay. So, now we will also take a look at some common mistakes students usually make, right? When it comes to problem solution essays, right? So the first one to mention is that sometimes students list too many problems that makes their texts, difficult to read, right? Too many problems will require too many solutions, and you understand. So usually having like two problems, discussing two problems, unless you've been required to do otherwise, right? Listen, two problems, two solutions. This is quite sufficient. Yeah. Right. Then provided solutions that are not very realistic or that are too vague. Does this make sense? Do you understand the word vague? Vague. What if something is vague? It's not very direct. It's not very clear. Yes? So providing solutions which are not very realistic, right? I think this makes sense, right? So you've discussed the problem, but then you provide a solution which doesn't really sit well with reality. Yes? So yeah. Or solutions that barely address the problem. Yeah, it's a solution, but it doesn't really address the problem to its roots. Yes. Now we will practice this actually. We will discuss this, and there is a strategy that we can use. It's called the 5 whys. We will be doing a lot of activities with that. So you understand what I'm trying to say here. Then when there is no clear link between problem and solution. Yes. Yeah, and by the way, I forgot to provide examples. So when I was talking about the solutions that are not very realistic or too vague, this is an example. This is a prime example of what I'm talking about here. Just a minute. Look at these two sentences. Read these two sentences, and I think you understand what I'm trying to say about being too vague. Does this make sense, Ivan? Is it clear now? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are
Yeah.
vague, right? People should be more careful. Okay? We can apply this solution to almost every problem on the planet, right? So yeah, this is not very detailed. This is rather vague. So, all right. Then we have, as I mentioned, there is no clear link between the problem and the solution. So in this way, how do I put it? I suppose this is also very straightforward because if we were talking about pollution, or say, yeah, pollution which can lead to food poisoning, and then you're proposing a solution as building more hospitals, right? It doesn't directly connect to the problem. Does that make sense? So yeah. Then we have a confusing problem solution with opinion essay. Yes, this is something that students do, right? So opinion essay, you are sharing your opinion, right? You're taking a side, you are expressing whether you agree or disagree with something, and all of that, right? But problem solution, this is not about your personal opinion, right? You are discussing a problem and then laying out a solution that could realistically deal with that problem, right? Now, unless the question asks for your personal input, yes, this is not necessary to provide. All right. So, okay. And then, yeah, so vagueness, we have already discussed this. All right. So I suppose this is clear. Now, we will start looking at our material. Let's start with task number 1. It says to read the essay tasks and answer the questions. So we have we have A and B. These are essay tasks, like questions. And we're going to answer these 3 questions. So I want you to read them and answer them, and then you would tell us what you think. All right. Now, guys, I want you to take a close look at these 2 questions, right? What is the difference between these 2 questions? They are all on the problem solution essays, but they are different types of this activity. What are you noticing here? What is the difference between these 2? Because
Like,
these are,
on
yeah,
my point of view, the second have more information about the questions than A. Like,
okay.
A just gives you a question and that's it, and B is just telling your short story, and after that, ask you a question.
All right. Now, that is not wrong, but that is not the answer to the question I just asked. Because I'm trying to help you to identify something here, right? And I'm trying to see if anybody can catch it. Because there's a core difference between these two.
So in first we ask how this problem can be solved in general. So,
Okay.
and in second, it's only improvement of the problem without solving it.
Without
That's
solving it.
yeah. How could the situation be improved? It doesn't mean that the situation will be solved.
But improvement is
Like,
improvement.
yeah, there's gonna be the same problem, but it's not gonna be as big as before. But in the first, we need to get rid of that problem at all.
Yeah, Clip, you are very, very close to the answer. Very, very close, but still not quite there yet. Because improvement is a solution. It is just
Yeah, I mean, it's a solution, but it's not for like getting rid of a problem. When you improve something, your problem remains on the same plane, but it's just smaller than before.
Yes. Though what you're talking about is semantics, right? It is if you see improvement in these type of essays, it's referring to solutions. Yes. So yeah, but you're very close. You're very close to the idea. Now let me help out, right? Let me read the questions. Yeah. So it says overpopulation in major, that is A, right? Overpopulation in major urban centers around the world is a significant problem. Okay. What are the causes and how can this problem be solved? Now, usually we write based on the question type we get, right? What we have to provide in the essay is based on the question type we get, right? Now, A clearly asks for the causes of a problem and the solutions to that. So when you're writing this, you have to provide the causes. You focus on the causes of this problem, and then you talk about the solutions. However, B asks not for the causes, but it asks for the effects of this problem. You see that? Do you see that distinction? Yes? So let me talk about any problem. Let's talk about, say, poverty. Yes, poverty or high poverty in a certain area of the country, for example, right? So A is asking you to lay out in your essay what causes this poverty, right? Maybe less access to educational institutions, whatever. You understand? These are what you'll be focusing on. These are what you'll be focusing on in your essay for the causes of the problem. And B is asking about the effects. You're not to talk about what caused these problems. You're talking about how these problems affect the people and what are the solutions to that. It might seem very straightforward, but it's a very good distinction to notice, right? Because these are some of the types of problem solution essays you might be getting. So to understand, which am I writing? Okay? Does that make sense, guys? Am I speaking English? Yes? All right. So now let's take a look at these questions. So what is the topic of each essay? What is the top? What is the main idea of each of these essays? What is a simple phrase or sentence you can use to describe the main idea of these two essays? The first one is about what?
Overpopulation.
Good. Overpopulation or overpopulation in major cities. Yes, this is the topic. And how about B? How about B, guys?
Closeness of local shops, of small local shops.
Mm-hmm. the closing of small local shops, right? Or the decline. Yes. So once again, paraphrase, use synonyms. Yes. So the decline of local shops, right? Or the decline of small local shops and its impact on communities, right? All right. And how about B? What do you include in the body of these paragraphs? Now, that is why I asked you that question. Yes. So we discussed previously that in problem solution essays, the first body one, talks about the problem, and then body two talks about solutions, right? This was the general plan we agreed on. Now, since we now know that these are two different types of problem solution essay, what would we include in the bodies? Yes. Anyone? For A, for B, what if you were to write an essay, what would you include? I'm not asking for the specific answers. I'm asking for the format. Okay? I'm asking for the format. What do you include?
Probably in A, I would write like about why people migrate to these cities,
Okay.
to the major cities
Yes.
of causes, or something like that.
Mhm. So you would lay out causes of what? Causes of overpopulation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then body two would be
I don't know.
let me help out.
Yeah, how problem could be solved. Yeah, I understand.
Yes, and B, and
Right.
anyone else? Can anyone else tell me what they would involve or what they would include in their essay for body paragraph one and body paragraph two? Yes. Paulina, want to give it a shot? Is Paulina here? Okay. Kostya? Oh, Paulina is not here. Okay, Kostya? What do you think?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Ilya? Ilya, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. So Ilya, if you were to write the essay, right, for B, right, what would your body one be about, and what would your body two be about?
The company one would be about effects on small businesses where are competing with large supermarkets. So what are their troubled with, and so body two is we're introducing solutions. I would talk about how they need to change the strategy, how they can like things that customers love and big companies doesn't do.
Okay. So take a look at this. I'm sending something here. This is like a general idea, right, of this of this question, right? So as you can see, for SAA, body one, causes of overpopulation, as Ivan mentioned, or yes, and then body two provides solutions to reduce the problem. Is this clear? Yes. And then for SAB, body one talks about the effects on local communities, right? So when these shops are closing, what effects do they have on local communities, right? Like people lose their jobs, right? Because if my sister is working at the Fora, and it closes, she's lost her job, right? Good. Reduced variety. So now, if I want to maybe buy the pizza not in Atabe, but the pizza in Novus, now I have to only eat the pizza in Novus. You understand? Then decline of local business culture, right? So yeah, we have all of these as effects. Then body two will provide solutions, right? Government support, because if these companies were provided with sufficient support, they wouldn't be closing. Taxes on large supermarkets and incentives for local businesses, right? So I think you get a better picture of what I was trying to talk about earlier, right? Okay, so guys, we're gonna go on break now. When we return, we will dive deep. Suppose we can start without them, and wait for them to catch up with us. So, yes. Anyway, so we have taken a look. We were taking a look at these two question types, right? Now, the last question that we had to discuss. Oh wait, I'm not sharing my screen. Yeah, just a minute. Yes, the last question we had to discuss was, let me take a look and see. Wait. Right, yes. So the last question is, do you need to include your personal opinion based on these questions?
Of course not.
Of course not. Yeah. Yeah, that's a given. Yes? All right. So I suppose all these three questions are clear. Yes? And can anyone tell me what is something new they've learned about problem solution essay? What is something new you've learned today about the problem solution essay? Because the last time we spoke about it, we just discussed that it's just writing about the problem and the solution, but we've gone a bit deeper, haven't we? So what is something new that you've learned? Roxana?
Yep.
Did you hear my question?
Yep.
Yeah? Yeah, so something new you've learned about problem
Something
solution.
new.
Yes.
There's a difference between questions. Yep. So we have just not problem solution essay, but there
Okay.
is also a little difference between the questions that could be. I
Okay.
was thinking that they like problem solution is just a type of essays, and that's it. Like that's the only option. We have problem solution, we're another, but we have problem solution, and after that also we can choose which question is that.
Okay. All right. Anyone else? Any other thoughts? Ivan, you seem to have something to say.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can feel it.
I don't know.
Can feel it in my bones.
Oh, okay. If it goes like that, I need to stop.
So?
Something smart getting in my mind, and I'm start looking smartly. More intelligence. Okay. I don't know. That the normalized structure of this type. It's be like not something new, but it gets it's stuck in my mind.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I laid out that there is a difference, between these two type of questions. We talked about causes and solutions. Yes, causes of a problem and their solutions, and we talked about the effects of a problem and their solutions, right? So, we've already discussed the structure, so we don't have to waste a lot of time here. Now, This is one other skill that we're going to practice here. I told you, or I mentioned earlier about the 5 whys. Yes? Now, the point of this is that most students usually give superficial solutions, right, to a problem. And do you understand what I mean by superficial? Like vague solutions that don't really, how do I put it, address the problem at its very core, right? And so there is a way to look deeper at a problem to understand what is the root cause of the problem, right? And we call this the 5 why. And to put it simply, it's like, okay, a lot of let me see. Okay, so let's say we have a problem of like a lot of teachers quitting your jobs, right? So this is a problem. Now, obviously, the effect of this problem is that the quality of like, the pool of teachers will eventually get worse, right? Because a lot of good teachers are quitting your jobs, right? This is a problem. Yeah? Can we establish that if this should happen, where a lot of good quality teachers are quitting your jobs, this will eventually affect the educational system, right? Good. Now we have to figure out why. Why are teachers quitting, right?
Increase their salaries.
Good. So, but why? Why are their salaries not sufficient? You understand? So we already mentioned a possible reason, but why is that reason there in the first place? You see, now we're going deeper. Does that make sense? Yes? So then when you provide an answer, then you ask again, why? So you ask 5 different layers of why to get to the very root, right? Where is this problem coming from? So, okay, salaries. Why? Because the schools don't have like a sufficient budget to pay all the teachers, right? Okay, why? Why don't the schools have sufficient budget? Because this, okay, why? So 5 layers of why until you get to the root cause, which probably would be that the government is not subsidizing schools enough, right? So you see, so that is the root cause of that problem. And so when you provide a solution, it should address the root cause. Does that make sense? Right. So I'm not saying that it has to only address the root cause, but it has to mention in the solution that, schools should, pay teachers better, but the government should do a better job of subsidizing schools. Does that make sense? Now, this is a layered answer, and this will get you a lot of points. Instead of just saying, well, because schools are not paying teachers. That is very flat and not very interesting for your examiner. Yeah, so we're going to split into rooms starting from now. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oof. Okay. Okay, I'll randomize it. So
you know the best team ever. You know the best team ever.
Well, yeah, I'm going to randomize it. So yes. Anyway, so we'll have 3 problems. And guys, I need you to put your big brain hat on, because this is we're going to do deep dives analysis here, right? So you have 3 problems. You will give me 5 different layers of why to get to the root cause of that problem. Okay? So yeah, we're going to do the 5 whys technique practice. So you will put a problem, then why, okay? Reason 1, deeper, like that. And then we get the root cause. Am I making sense?
So
Yeah.
less than 5 tries. What if I get the root cause on the 4th try?
You did what? The root cause? Yeah, but still, you have to show workings. This is like a mathematics test. Yeah, you can just provide the teacher with the answer and yes, I need to see work it. Yeah,
For
so
which question is that? Or questions?
task number 2 problem, you will be dealing with all 3 problems.
Oh,
1, 2, and 3. Right. So I need to understand how you got to the root cause. Yes? So that is the activity. I'm gonna split since we have an even number. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay.
we have like we have 6 people, so
Okay. Oh, okay. Then 3 rooms. Then I will just do it manually then. So I will, Paulina, welcome. I will assign Paulina with Roxana. And yes, okay. So Roxana, can you will wait, she left. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Okay. 2 rooms.
so it's the best group.
I'm gonna assign it automatically. Yeah, Khleb and Roxana. This was automatic pairing. And then yes. All right. So I'm opening the rooms. Please join and let's go. Okay. So, boys, you understand what to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes. Which problem? There is exercise food voice in a restaurant. The neighbor.
Excessive. Excessive.
Excessive?
Yeah.
Excessive.
Yeah. You understand what excessive means? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So excessive means more than necessary. Extra.
Yeah.
Over.
Okay.
Over.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I will check up on the other guys. Yeah. Good luck.
Option is they're ordering and they just couldn't. They are ordering too much and they couldn't eat it till the end. I think so. I'm not sure. This sounds really stupid for me.
The first problem, you got answer. And should be I think that second Y should be like portions are too big, maybe because if we will answer that they are ordering too much, we can say
it's
third
like
Y.
strange. Yeah. So portions are too big. Let's go with that. Who'll take it? Maybe maybe they're maybe they're not. But okay. So portions are too big. Why? So oh, there can be different reasons.
Yeah, I agree here.
Like that can be if the chef really likes, aesthetic food, he can make this but like in a big portions, or as well, just so no one will be arguing that they didn't have enough food, or I don't know. So it's a difficult question.
Yeah, it's a difficult question, but I think the only reasonable answer here is that restaurants don't show us amount of food. I mean, it's sometimes really hard to find information about how much the food weighs.
Yep. And why restaurants doesn't show that? To avoid like if you don't have this, there's written amount of food, there is a misunderstanding then. Oh boy, that's difficult.
Because they want us to order more food to gain more money. That's
I'm not sure that this will work.
Like if you don't know how much food you have, you're gonna order some kind of soup, then you're gonna order some porridge and meat, for example, maybe salad on top.
Yeah, okay.
And
Let's go
then
with that.
they bring in you like half a liter of soup, and you understand that it's
Half liter.
all yeah.
Yo, this wild. Okay. And why do they want to do that? Like, why?
To gain
So,
to
gain
gain more
money.
money. Yeah.
Yeah. So the cause is money. Yeah, like we can make it with everything. Like that will be a question, and the cause always will be probably money. This is funny though.
Okay, so second one
Mhm.
is a neighborhood experiences a high rate of bicycle theft.
Why?
Why?
Probably because someone is stealing bicycles. Why?
Yeah.
To sell them. Why? To gain some money. Reason. Why? Oh, reason why? No, reason.
Maybe I
money.
know. Yeah, but it's not enough
Too
whys.
short. Yep,
Yeah, so we
I
can say
understand.
that there are not enough places to secure your bicycle, or where you can just chain it.
Yes. Yo, this is smart. Yeah, okay, I agree with that totally. Okay, so why? Maybe you should take another color so we can just, differentiate
okay,
between
yeah.
them. Yeah, okay.
It's gonna be red.
Okay, so yeah, okay. So not enough places to secure your bicycles. Oh my God. Or bicycles.
Okay.
Okay.
So you've come up with the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing the second one already.
Everything sums up to money.
Money.
Can you write these down somewhere? Like okay. So you're writing all of this on this page. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be able to read it for me when, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
I will
Not
be
me,
able to
but
read.
he will. He will.
Okay. Let me go check up on the guys.
No,
Okay.
Xstat. Xstat.
Yes. How's it going, guys?
We just spoke in it. We don't write it, but we all spoke in it.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
have
And
you have
now,
to write them down to tell me
Yeah.
about.
This is
yeah, now we will. We already
We
know
will.
what we need to write.
We'll.
Okay. Okay.
Where's my keyboard? I need to be. Yes. First one. Whoa. Student consistently achieve low performance in particular subject because.
Yeah, just pass. We don't have a problem.
We have problem.
We have in problems. Okay, you just wrote number and understood.
Yeah.
I just said it's like problem is number 3. Like 3 is a problem. Okay. No, please. Okay, just probably we need to write like some like click of motivation or something like that. Yeah.
Probably.
Why? Because I have
Like-
lack of motivation.
No, because couldn't be in the
So I
first
think we should write
place.
it like first is they did know the subject. They don't know the subject because they don't learn it. They don't learn it because they have no motivation to learn.
Why?
something else.
Because they
Doesn't understand the subject,
doesn't. Okay.
or
Where
they
is it?
or they doesn't, or they don't.
They don't, man.
Why doesn't?
Why does this doesn't? It's weird. I don't understand. So.
The subject properly.
How weird.
Because it's particular.
You think so? Particular. No, don't understand subject. We like.
Okay, just
Yeah.
no, nothing.
Like that, I think. Okay, why? They don't understand subject. Or why they don't understand subject?
They don't learn it. They don't study it enough. Maybe they study, but
Yeah.
don't study it enough to get little marks.
They...
Сколько поставить, probably. Okay. Awesome.
Studying.
What will be the third one? Because they don't have motivation to do it?
Yeah. Enough. Yeah?
It was better to write it like...
Why? Don't studying it enough.
You don't have motivation to study because what I said.
Kiwi. Because they don't have any motivation.
УГХТ.
Yeah, it's right, I think.
Не. Мотивацион. Motivation. Why they don't have enough motivation?
Students, yeah. I don't know why they don't have enough motivation.
That they don't feel rewarded for studying.
They rewarded with knowledge, like for their future job.
Yeah, but
Yes, but if they feel that they're rewarded, they would study it.
yeah,
So the problem is that
If-
they're not motivated.
if they
because-
need, if they don't motivated to study it, they don't. They want
will
to.
not.
Hi, we did everything.
You're done? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's let's discuss. So let's go to the start.
Okay.
What was the first problem?
So the first
There
problem
is
was
excessive food waste in a restaurant.
Okay, so
Okay, so first cause why is people aren't eating all food.
okay, but why?
Portions are too big.
Okay, why is portion too big?
I mean, for people, because restaurant doesn't provide information about quantity of food.
Okay, that makes sense. And why?
Because restaurants want people to order more.
Okay.
Like, if I need to explain, because if you don't know how much food you're gonna be given,
Yeah.
you'll order some soup, some salad, some meat, and etc.
Okay.
And then they're
Yep.
giving you like half a liter of soup, and you understand that that's already too much for you.
Okay. I see. And
And why
mhm.
they want to us to order more food? Because they want to gain more money.
They want to earn more money.
Okay, yeah.
Earn more money. Good.
And that's the
so-
reason.
But that's just let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, but so the root cause is just about money, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Like in
so-
our society, root for nearly everything is money, because we are living in an age of capitalism, not.
Okay. So if you were to provide solutions to this problem, because you see, you have to be looking for a root cause that you can attack. Does that make sense? You're looking
Yeah.
for someone to attack, right?
Yeah.
So how
So
do you
if
attack this?
if I think I would have attacked this, they want us to order more food, or even this restaurant don't provide information, because
But it's not a root cause,
attacking.
though. It is not a
But
root
taking money, it's like impossible. It's like saying that
Yes.
we need to build communism in our world.
So
I
you
can
see, the reason why I asked this question is because there has to be a goal to this, right? And the goal is to attack the root cause. So you have to choose a root cause that you can attack. So yeah, I mean, you can stick with the money, but it has to connect with something, right? So that means that there is an economic problem, right? And so how do we attack that economic problem? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, good.
Like for me.
So
Okay, maybe we should, I don't know, if they want more money, maybe we should, I don't know, make something to decrease amount of money used by people in general, like decrease cost for everything.
okay, so let me guide you here.
Yeah.
The restaurant doing this practice means that there is a core problem, and the core problem is that they are not earning enough, right? They are not earning enough. That is why they have switched to this way of earning money. Does that make sense? So this is an economic problem, right? What is causing this economic problem for restaurants to want to earn more by, providing access? Does that make sense? So we have to figure out what that is and then provide a solution for that. Yes. Now I can guide you in an entirely different direction, right? Let's say that restaurants are providing excess food because perhaps they don't understand the quantity that let me take a look at it. Okay, we have that the first problem is that the food waste is too high, right? So that is the problem. Too
Yeah.
much excess food. Why? Because portions are too large. Yes? Good.
Yes.
Now, why? Because maybe chefs don't know customer preferences, right? The chefs don't really understand like what the average customer.
Yeah, but I mean that usually in restaurants there are a fixed amount of food,
Yes,
even
but
like fixed portions.
yes, but the chefs are not really connecting with the fact that this fixed portion is usually too much for people. The average
Okay,
person,
yeah.
right? Why?
Yes.
Because there is no feedback system. There is no way for the chefs to understand this, for the customers to say, yeah, I mean, this is too much, right? Why? Because the managers never created this feedback system. Yes. Why? Because the restaurant lacks proper customer analytics. Yes. So the root cause here is that there is no system for collecting and analyzing customer feedback. Right? There is a disconnect between the customers and the cooks. And so to solve this problem, these restaurants have to create some kind of like feedback system for customers to be able to input like, feedback like, okay, yeah,
But then we have a problem that not all customers are gonna have problems with this amount of food.
yes,
And maybe even if they have like it's too much food for them, they are not gonna write it because they think that it's all right.
it's all right. Yeah, but
Yeah, we have a problem with people already because it's really hard.
yeah, I suppose this is not connecting very much for you because, personally, you don't experience this problem. But in the USA, for example, right, there's a lot of food waste, a lot of excessive food waste, right? At the end of the day, restaurants throw out so much food. I remember I saw the analytics, like per year, it's almost $1 billion in wasted food. Do you understand? Yes, so it's quite a lot. It's a problem, right? And so we have to understand the cause of this problem, right? That there is so maybe for you this is not a problem. If I go to a restaurant and I notice my portion is too much, I just ask them to box it for me and I'll take it home. Yes.
Yeah, like the same here.
Yeah. But in
But
certain
usually,
countries, the food excess is everywhere. to the point that they don't even care anymore, you know? So it's like, oh, whatever. I'm gonna turn around the corner and I'll be met with food again, so I don't care. You understand?
People are spoiled.
Yes.
Okay, that's the reason.
Yes.
When
So
okay, so I know the best option to
yes.
solve nearly any problem. We need to return to medieval times.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, so guys, keep discussing. So, okay, let's put that aside for now. Let's look at number 2. Yes, so what did you
Okay,
what did you
so
come up
it was about the bicycle, stealing bicycle. Okay, so in experience high rate of bicycle theft.
Okay, okay. So,
Not enough places to chain to secure your bicycle.
okay.
Why? Because they are not built.
Okay.
Because why? Because neighbors doesn't have enough money to build
Okay.
them. Or why? Because government doesn't provide money.
Okay.
Why? Because government is corrupt. We
Okay.
need to fight corruption. And to
Okay.
fight corruption, it's already a normal cause. We can say it.
Yeah. Okay. And then the third one.
And third one, students consistently achieve low performance in a particular subject.
Mhm.
They don't want to study, this subject, the specific subject, because it's
Okay.
said only with one subject.
Okay.
They have or had a lot misunderstandings with teachers, with the teacher who
By
studied.
misunderstanding, do you mean like arguments or like
Yes, arguments, maybe some not really fair
okay.
marks for their work and etc.
Okay.
Why? Because teacher doesn't want or doesn't have motivation to teach them normally.
Okay.
Why? Because the teachers doesn't want to teach them. Why?
Mhm.
Because they don't have motivation.
Okay.
Why? Because teacher have low salary, and we can continue this
Okay. With money.
because one
Okay.
time money.
Okay, I see. All right. So yeah, I have to go check up on the other guys. You can move on to task 3, and then task 4. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
We don't know what to write for the last one, but
Because we have the best one.
The root cause is that you're
It's the
dumb.
best. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the best conclusion they've had.
Okay.
no, we tried.
We tried, but it contains all of that.
We had really a lot of variants, but that's bit
Best.
the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
the best.
Okay. So let's start with problem number 1. What did you come up
Yeah.
with? Problem number 1.
We come up with two.
We came up?
2 ways. Yeah, we became up. Yeah, we're in the past. For they have a lot of customers,
Okay.
or they don't have like proper
feature it, no.
food process.
Yeah,
have a lot
food
of waste
process.
because they like coefficient of total to waste food is bad. You know? So they need to improve the efficiency of making, or just like take more qualified cooks so they can nail it the first try and don't have food wasted, or just maybe measure their like meals so that the person they're giving it to can't like eat it all without left.
Okay. So the root cause of all of that was what? What was the root cause that you guys, the conclusion?
Root cause using more food than needed.
What?
Using more food than needed.
I can't hear the word. Using more food?
Using more
Then-
food than needed for this task.
Uh-huh.
And they need to search for the waste or just find the correct amount.
Okay.
If you're talking about food waste, which is like ready to eat food, you just
people don't eat up or just left a part of the leaf. If we're talking about the food waste like this, like onion skin or maybe some peels from apples, that's okay to throw away.
All right. All right. Okay then.
You don't eat the full apple?
You don't need what?
I bread for the whole apple. I
Yeah.
eat the whole apple.
Oh man, you know that life. I'm eating it too. You know, in our post-Soviet countries, all of the grandpa and dads eat the whole apple with all of it.
The seeds and the stalks and all of it.
Yeah.
Because they paid for the whole apple. They would eat the whole
Yes.
apple.
Yes. So.
And it's like the growth of you when you start to eat apple like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. All right. So how about the
Second one.
yes?
We don't speak about it. I think.
Yeah, no, I thought about it. I thought I have.
He has a
First is because bikes are really easy to steal usually. Secondly, why they easy to steal? Because we don't have secure parking for it, and usually we don't have locks at all, or they're kind of weak.
Okay.
Because owners usually underestimate the risk, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't do that because we don't have this problem shared in media, and this usually
There's
don't
not
have
enough awareness. Yes, there's not enough awareness about this problem.
yeah, and also because we don't have rules about that usually. Like thieves don't have real I forgot word.
Confidence. No?
Consequences. Yeah.
Consequences. Yeah.
And because of that, like any security infrastructure, like police stations, don't care about it because of government level.
Okay. All right then. Right. Okay. So, all right. And the third one.
We get
Yeah.
genius idea.
Yeah, you already I can see here. All right, guys, we have to go to the next task, right? We have only 5 minutes. That's why I'm trying to rush things. So let's go to task. The next.
Task 3, yeah.
Yes.
Corruption is bad when I'm not involved.
Yes. So it says read the statements below and answer the questions. Yes. So we have to figure out. So guys, you do this, okay?
Yeah.
Do this, and then you do task number 4. Yes.
Okay.
So, yes, let me check up on your mates.
Closer.
Okay, we did the task 3.
You did test. Task 3. Yes. So it says what is the cause and what is
A government system, lack of transparency.
Okay, and
Effect
what is the
corruption
connector?
caused by
Okay.
like you can see that this red call ID now is always cause, effect is always green, and connector is always blue.
Okay. So we have the connectors here, right? Okay. Poor planning. Okay. And then so the next is so it says to task number 4, right? It says to complete the table using the ideas from task number 2. So we have the cause. Scroll down. Can I see? Okay. So you haven't done this task yet, yes?
Yeah, we haven't.
Okay. So yeah, you can take a look at it.
First, I would
Okay.
like to take a look on what I am sending into the chat. Just one moment. So the rocks are quiet because the trees are listening. So yes, I just really like this picture. The tense, like this, I don't know, this bunny. It's not even a bunny. It's like, it's a hare. Yeah, a hare. Just look at him. He's so serious, locked in.
Yes.
Just the rocks are quiet because the trees are listening. You can see everything in his eyes. He was living for a really long period of time. He knows a lot of stuff and he can teach you. So
Yes. He's very wise now. Yes.
Yes. He's really sensible.
All right. So, yes. Okay, guys. So, I think that you can do what you can for task number 4. We have only a minute left. So,
And I don't think that it's a good idea to start doing anything.
Yeah, let's
okay.
go.
So, yeah, we can already wrap up. Yes. So I will tell the other guys. Yeah. So we can wrap up for the weekend, and we will talk next Monday. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Yep.
See you.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Yeah,
guys, we can wrap up, yes, because our time is over. So yeah, I'll see you next Monday. Yeah.
I see you.
Okay.
Yeah.